What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another countdown video. Lately, I have been obsessed with the cartoon Orel, which was a series that ran from 2005 to 2008 about a young boy named Orel Puppington that lived in the town of Moralton, a highly religious town that often got their values sort of mixed up in a way. Now, this series was tragically cut too short because of an episode from season 3, episode 4 alone, which was considered so dark that Adult Swim wouldn't air it any further after the 3rd season. So anyway, guys, this list is going to consist of my top 5 favorite Orel characters. Yes, most of them are all messed up in a way, but these ones to me I feel I relate to the most. I don't find as offending as most characters, and so on. So anyway, guys, this is the top 5 favorite Orel characters. Let's get on to number 5. Number 5 is Reverend Rod Putty. Now, yes, he's done some immoral actions as well, like encouraging affairs from other people, like Principal Fakey. But out of all the adults in Moralton, well, all the parents in Moralton, I think he has the best relationship with his kid, Stephanie Fulmeyer Putty, who he just found out was his daughter after 30 years too. So yes, he did have a chance to raise her, but he in a way loved her regardless of the fact that she was a lesbian. So, and he's a reverend, so normally that isn't in their forte, right? But he tries for his daughter because he wants to have a good relationship with her. And even when it comes to Orel, he tries his best to give him advice, right? And there's sometimes it's hard to give Orel advice because everything that happens, like how he takes the advice, but I think that Reverend Putty in some ways means well. It's just like it's kind of hard to work with everyone here in Moralton. I mean, as I said, he has his moments that aren't so pure, right? But I mean, to me, they're not offensive enough to me to even dislike him. I mean, I actually like him, but he's lower on this list because he has made plenty of mistakes, like most of the adults in Moralton, which makes it hard for me to love him. So, Reverend Rod Putty was number 5 on this list. Now on to number 4. Number 4 is Dowie Latchkey. Dowie is Morel's best friend in the series, and he usually, 9 times out of 10, like, proves he's his best friend by following Orel through all his crazy quests, like raising the dead, which is Dowie's grandfather, by the way. He's just so pure for the most part, despite having parents like Kim and Carl Latchkey who couldn't care less about him and even hides the key and locks him out of the house for hours on end or gives him money to go away. He's gone through quite a bit in the series, including his neglectful parents, falling in love with his teacher, which he literally tries to use a local pedophile to get presents for her because she called him son, and he just wants this love from someone as a parent. Now, he is number 4 on this list because there is one particular situation that I did not like with him, some, but it doesn't completely deduct a lot of points, because this was only one situation, which was the episode Triggered, which he finds love from Clay Puppington because he actually has a good shooting hand, and Clay uses him to try to teach Orel how to shoot, but instead he wants Clay's affection, so he purposely makes Orel mess up so he looks better in Clay's eyes to hopefully go on that hunting trip with him instead of Orel, which was definitely not a friend thing to do. But then again, in some ways it is sympathetic because he does not have this love from other people to the point where he gets love from a toy that he throws a ball at and it says, "Good job, son," and it pushes the ball back. So it's like a net. He gets love from a net. Like his parents are that neglectful of him that he would prefer the guy who abuses his son, because that is some type of love over nothing. It's just, I feel kind of bad for Dowie in a way because it doesn't show enough of him in a way, but the episodes that are dedicated to him show it very well, like what his home life is, that's why they say the word latchkey, like he's independent, but he's only 12 years old. He needs this love, like I just feel bad for him is more the word for it. So Dowie Latchkey is number 4 on this list. Now on to number 3. Number 3 is Shapey, Puppington, and Block Posibule. Now, people would say, but they're screechy brats that are mean to Orel. Yes, I know, but they're also so adorable. They're more, but the board is their challenge in a way. So a lot of the things they do, they cannot control fully. People say that at least Shapey represents someone who's autistic. And I can't disagree on that. I mean, again, you've met one person. Doesn't represent all autistic individuals, but it represents someone who seems more severely affected because he is 7 and most of the time he says 2-word sentences. So that completely shows that. He's also shown to stim quite a lot and not know danger. Why do I like hit them though? Well, again, there's some very adorable moments. Yes, even with the tormenting Orel. They're like one particular scene which I am going to reenact. I'm sorry for my bad reenactment, but I just cannot really show the footage so much. It's when Block and Shapey reunite when Blubberta the mother of Block just slams the door in his face and she ends up unofficially adopted Block too. And Shapey's like, "Cake?" And he's like, "Cake?" And Shapey's like, "Yummy?" And he's like, "Yummy." And then Shapey's like, "Mine?" And they're both like, "Mine!" And that is one of my favorite scenes in the entire flipping show. Like, it shows they found someone that understands them, right? They understand each other, and they become really close, apparently. I wish it showed it more. There was supposed to be an episode based on them, but in the canceled seasons, but no, Adult Swim. You had to cancel it because one episode that, in my opinion, isn't even that dark. Okay, guys, I know, guys who have serious mental health issues, don't watch it. It is dark, but I'm just a messed up person. Yes, I'm just a messed up person finding the episode alone not that dark. Like, it could be worse. It could have been worse, in my opinion. But the point being is, the cute episode we could have gotten on Shapey and Block may have made me love these characters more. But, I mean, I put this at number 3 because they don't really have enough character development. I mean, I may have hated them more if they had more character development. I don't know. But, I mean, they're just the right balance, in a way. They're not completely immoral because they don't quite know what that is, in a way, but they are a pain in the butt in an adorable way. So, Shapey and Block are number 3 on this list. Now on to number 2. on this list is Orel Puppington. Wow, the main character isn't number one. For one, I want it not to be that obvious. And two, there is actually a character I like more than Orel. Orel, as I said, he is pure at heart. For most of this series, he has good intentions, but he always misconstrues the information that is given to him. Like the advice that is given to him. He takes it to the extreme. Like when he had it in the first episode when Reverend Putty said, oh, we shouldn't waste life, and like people who go to die are going down below or whatever. Like even I get confused about that. So he ends up trying to raise the dead for they'll go to heaven. And he actually succeeds in raising the dead. Dewey's grandpa. Or when, oh, this is an awkward conversation, when he tries to pleasure himself in God's chef, but he gets in trouble saying you shouldn't waste God's seed. And his father said, well, because it's to make babies to be like God's chef. You have to, that's how babies come, and you shouldn't waste it. So he ends up using his own sperm to impregnate all of the women in Moralton, for he could still do what he wanted, but not waste the seed. What Clay meant is that, yes, you shouldn't waste it, but he didn't tell him to the point where you should be older to do that. Like, in other words, Orel's just not, you know what? I said it once, I don't know to say it again. Because he is becoming a teenager. I suppose he'd be getting to that point, but I mean, the point being, to them it's a sin to do that. And just don't do it, is what they're saying. Like, Orel completely got it the wrong way. And they're just, and one of my favorite examples is that everyone in town tried to stop giving Orel advice because it always seemed to go the wrong way, and he feels bad about a song he sang, which again is one of my favorite songs in the show, the Julia song. I have it in my head still. They kind of hypocritically sang along with it, like, I hate you, geez, you know, and in the end they say, oh no, we're gonna be in trouble now, it's all because of Orel. But anyway, my point being is, he tries, because not knowing everyone's trying to shut him out, he tries to get different advice from different people, which they keep sending him to someone else. In the end, he goes to the Jewish family, the Christian sins, and they are painting blood of the innocent on their wall. So Orel gets the idea to get all his friends to bathe in their blood, which gets him grounded in another episode, right? But he gets all the messed up ideas through Moralton. But then again, I guess you can't completely blame the town, because Orel does take it the wrong way. But why do I like him so much? Because it's entertaining, and he's not doing it to be hurtful. Like, he's trying to genuinely do good, and he's literally one of the most purest people in Moralton. But why is he number 2? Again, too predictable, and there is a character I like better. So, Orel Puppington is number 2 on this list. Now, who is my favorite character on Moral Orel? Number 1 on this list is Stephanie Foamwire Putty. Yes, my favorite is the only atheist in this town. Why is that? Because I think she's the most warm, kind-hearted, most level-headed adult in this entire town. She is first introduced in Blissful Union when Orel wants piercings down below to impress his future wife, which she does, but I'll let her get away with that. She genuinely cares for Orel and his well-being and wants him happy. Like, for example, in the episode Prayer, when he's stressed because he's in a prayer competition, Stephanie lends him a meditative CD and some incense candle, a Buddhism one, which does help him win the competition despite the fact that no one is impressed by Buddhism. Orel just uses it to the advantage, right? Or when in Close Face she tells Orel her story about Kim Latchkey. Again, that name, you know, we'll probably see her in a later video. But she was in love with Kim, and whenever she tried to kiss her, her face would look distorted, which happened with Orel and Christina Posibule. Which again, in Close Face, she sneaks Christina out of the house for she can attend the arms reach reach dance with Orel. Like, she cares for him that much, and also the fact that she has such a good relationship with her father, Reverend Putty. Like, she even goes to church to see him, and she's an atheist, right? She wants to get to know her father, and even replaces her name Fomoir with Putty when they get into a father-daughter relationship, right? That she cares for him that much. Like, she is literally one of the most level-headed adults here in Moralton, maybe because she isn't really filled with all the religious stuff. Like, her childhood, I guess, was uninteresting, and she just maybe she felt God was never there. I don't know. But I mean, there's just so many ways that I just love this character that it's kind of hard to talk about. Like, she just isn't in it enough for me. That's the only downside to her, is that I wish she was in it a whole lot more to show how wonderful of a person she is, despite Moralton's, except for Reverend Putty's objection. So anyway, Stephanie Fomoir Putty is the #1 character, in my opinion, in Moral Orel. Yeah, guys, this proves that there is at least 5 characters in Moralton that I actually like. I love the show, but I have to admit there are a lot of unlikable characters in this entire series, but that again is a list for their own. I had fun doing this list and watching Moral Orel in general, even though it's not the most appropriate show to watch. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, like what you see, please subscribe and help this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I'll see you guys in my next video.